He's witty, he's stylish, and he'll even kill for food. But not before saying bon appetit. He takes you to places beyond your wildest dreams. He swims with dolphins, walks with lions, and even shakes a leg or two. He's Gaurav, your ultimate weekend guru. Only on Weekend Out Season 6.
From the colours of Boca to the beauty of the harbourfront, the magnificence of the garden route, and of course, the oysters I feasted on at Nice Now. So much done, yet so much more to discover. Today, we're headed to the Taniqua Wildlife Awareness Centre at Plettenberg Bay. Looking forward to witness the indigenous African wildcats in their natural habitat. The centre acts as a base to promote local awareness about the important role of wild animals in our environment. As we enter the centre, we have our guide Joe to take us around, but not before a briefing.
So now we are going to see the leopard.
Leopard?
Yes,
Big one.
the big one, the big five. Yeah, that is one of the most difficult ones to see in the world. And he lives in this enclosure. Now, if you remember where we done the caracals, yeah, he's right here. You see how he walks? So majestic. He is short and stocky. He's built for power, really. You can see the movement. It's beautiful.
The leopard is shy, solitary, cunning, and known for its ambush on unsuspecting prey. They're able to adapt to most habitats, from high-altitude mountains to semi-desert areas to even tropical rainforests.
Now this is a 7-year-old leopard born and raised in captivity. Zuilake is his name. And look at his walk. This is majestic. We've lured him with some chicken and he's actually fallen for it. He's right here. Actually, I'm standing on top of a leopard. I can't see him, but you can.
From the big shy leopards, we then moved on towards the fastest animal on earth, the cheetah. These extremely friendly and welcoming cheetahs in this reserve are named Tandy and Shaka. The sibling duo are merely 7 years old. Both of them came to Taniqua Wildlife as cubs and will live here for the rest of their lives.
It's amazing to be so close to a cheetah. Not many people get this chance actually. And the cheetahs are actually the bigger ones of the smaller cats and the smaller ones of the bigger cats. They're actually the last level of cats, right? Yeah. It's unbelievable, and that's because they purr beyond this. When it gets into bigger cats, they actually start roaring. An amazing fact about cheetahs is also that they have an eyesight where they can see from up to 3 to 5 kilometers. Unbelievable. Imagine if you could see 5 kilometers ahead.
Cheetah are a seriously endangered species due to insensitive human activities, something Taniqua hopes to change through their awareness programs. Taniqua Rehabilitation Centre is a Section 21 NPO organisation that accepts any injured or abandoned wild animals from all over the Western Cape. Animals cleared for release are returned to the wild where they belong in conjunction with nature authorities.
This is a 2-month-old baboon who had some problem in the wild. And the sad part about these baboons is that once they're out of their wild, out of their group that they belong to, they can't ever go back to any other group. There's a time frame in which if you return them to the same group, they will be accepted. Otherwise, they have no future in the wild. So this baboon is most likely to go to some sanctuary and spend the rest of his life over there.
This baby baboon had been brought here with a deep scar on her head. It's likely that her mother was killed in a traumatic accident, leaving her to fall apart from her herd. In a baboon troop, alpha females are very important in authority, and hence for a female baby baboon to split from her troop is very distressing for the entire troop. Taniqua admits some 300 injured or abandoned wild animals annually, And as and when possible, these creatures are released back into nature in conjunction with the wildlife authorities. I'm now headed to meet an animal that has always garnered love from human beings irrespective of its size. Situated in the beautiful part of the Kraigs-Plettenberg Bay and in the middle of the scenic garden route is the Elephant Sanctuary. This place provides a halfway house for African elephants in need of a home. It's the only elephant sanctuary in South Africa that has such provisions. The Elephant Sanctuary intended to release all the elephants into a semi-wilderness area once they're older and experienced enough to fend for themselves in this type of an environment. I trusted the senior-most elephant in the sanctuary, Amarula, a 20-year-old elephant, to take me on her back.
Okay, it's time to take on the adventure right now, and this is going to be slightly risky. I'm going to be riding one of these elephants, but the thing is, there are no elephant seats. These are wild African elephants. I'm going to sit on them just like this with a blanket on, and they've just told us that if we fall, they will take us to the hospital. So I'm going to take that risk just to show you how it feels. I'm going to ride this one. She's 20 years old. She's pretty young. She's younger than me. And the ride begins! Woohoo!
Elephant rides are a great feeling, a privilege historically reserved for kings and knights. It's done in a controlled environment to make it safe, yet a very exciting experience.
I can actually feel the animal's spine under me. That's the advantage of not using the saddle. Okay, this ride is finally over. Something I didn't want. I completely enjoyed this. This is something you must try if you get a chance in South Africa. So we've left Naisna about an hour ago, and we've officially now entered the Eastern Cape. To do that, we've got to cross this bridge. This is the bridge that officially separates the Western Cape from the Eastern Cape, and we are going towards Port Elizabeth. That's going to be our next destination. But I've got to tell you something very, very interesting about this bridge that you see behind me. Until 2007, this was the highest bungee jumping bridge in the world, and sometime back while I was coming here, I actually saw somebody take a bungee jump. Now it's very, very scary, very, very difficult, but that's motivated me. So I am also going to take a jump. It's not easy. I've realized that even in South Africa, there's an influence, or rather a very heavy influence of Bollywood. I'll tell you how. No matter what you ask any South African, the answer is always, eh? 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 I'm going to teach you the Bollywood way of doing it, right? I'm going to show you the Bachchan way of doing it. So, you put one hand in your pocket, it's already there. Take the second hand and go, hi. 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 Okay, that's not it, right? There's also the Rajnikant influence happening here in South Africa all over the place, because every time they see a red light, a traffic signal, they call it a robot. Hi.